Good morning and welcome. My name is Jeff Patchen. I'm President and CEO of the Children's Museum of Indianapolis. I'd like to thank you all for attending this second of 4 very special announcements about Treasures of the Earth. I'd like to thank our special guest, Julia Lacey, who's chair of our Board of Trustees, for being here, as well as trustees, honorary trustees, and distinguished advisors who may be here. Volunteers and members of the Children's Museum Guild, welcome as well. And for all of you visitors who are here on the lower floor, almost all the individuals up by the railing are wonderful staff who have helped put this exhibit together. How about a big round of applause for them? Last week we announced our newest permanent exhibit, National Geographic Treasures of the Earth, and we announced this very new and special relationship with National Geographic Society. This exhibit will be a one-of-a-kind, immersive, and compelling family learning experience based on 3 archaeological excavations that are going on right now throughout the world, and they feature the fascinating world of treasures discovered from the Earth. And to help with today's announcement, I've once again asked our chair of our Board of Trustees, Julia Lacey, to provide some welcome remarks. Julia?
Thank you for having me here for the first opening of the crate. Last week was fun, but this is going to be really exciting to see what's in this crate. I hope all of you are thinking in your mind, now what could possibly be in this crate? As I mentioned last week, the Board of Trustees is very excited to have this special exhibit coming to the Children's Museum. Last week was a kickoff for spring break, and it's been lots of fun, and I think it's only going to get better. The artifacts that are in this exhibit represent more than just a new one-of-a-kind exhibit. They represent time, energy, and thousands of miles traveled to provide a truly extraordinary exhibit. At the Children's Museum, we try and be more than just show and tell. Our goal is to immerse you, our visitors, in an experience allowing you to touch, feel, and absorb the environment as if you had traveled there yourself. From what I've learned about the National Geographic Treasures of the Earth and the exhibit component, you'll be happy to know that this goal is certainly going to be met. Because I'm sure you're ready, and I am, I'm going to turn it back to Jeff. Thank you all so much for being here.
At this time, we'd like to have, it's Cale Stevens, Nick, our facilitator, and Julia, please, over to the smallest of the 3 shipping crates.
Here, we'll grab it.
Oh, pretty.
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa, look at that. What do you think that is?
We have inside the crate an early 20th century diving helmet. We have some real Spanish silver coins. We have deck spikes from a ship that likely held down the planks on the surface of a ship deck. We have a pipe stem, the stem off of a clay pipe, a real artifact. A ballast stone, and a ballast stone was used to weigh down the ships as they traveled. Would anyone like to take a guess as to what this means for what type of content will be featuring in this new exhibit? Someone said pirates. Well, pirates is partially right. Our first component of the National Geographic Treasures of the Earth exhibit is dedicated to underwater archaeology, and specifically the shipwreck of Captain Kidd the pirate. Historians believe that Captain William Kidd, a well-known privateer in the late 17th century, captured an Indian ship known as the Cara Merchant. The ship was loaded with valuable satin, silks, gold and silver, and other East Indian merchandise. But Kidd had to leave the ship with members of his crew in the Caribbean as he sailed to New York on a less conspicuous ship to clear his name of criminal charges for taking the Cara merchant ship. The men that Captain Kidd entrusted with his ship reportedly emptied the ship of all of its treasure, set it on fire, and then adrift near the port of present-day Santo Domingo, the capital of the Dominican Republic, where it has remained underwater for more than 300 years. The ship ran adrift until it came to the very small island of Catalina, just off the coast of the Dominican Republic. In 2007, a snorkeler noticed a pile of encrusted cannon 10 feet off the coast of Catalina Island in just 10 feet of water. And they immediately contacted the Dominican Republic government. The government then contacted Indiana University, known for its extraordinary underwater science department. Led by explorer Charlie Beaker, a team of underwater archaeologists from Indiana University have confirmed that this shipwreck was that of Captain Kidd and the Cara merchant. Professor Beaker's vision for this wreck site is that it will become an underwater archaeological park along with a cultural trail on the island of Catalina. The Children's Museum and Indiana University are now partnering to bring parts of this shipwreck, including the cannon from the Captain Kidd wreck, here to the Children's Museum as part of Treasures of the Earth. Imagine diving into an underwater ocean blue environment, looking up and seeing your dive ship hovering the water's surface with an archaeologist on deck who appears to be pulling in a new find. The ocean floor below you is covered with mounds of coral, encrusted cannons, and other shipwreck artifacts. What shipwreck is this? What stories can you piece together from these artifacts? What types of treasures are left behind in shipwrecks? And how does the ocean environment affect those treasures? How do underwater archaeologists conduct a marine investigation without disturbing the sensitive corals in marine life? These are questions that will be asked in the exhibit, and families and children will have an opportunity to explore. Now I'd like to turn your attention to these two monitors, because we have a message coming to us this morning from the Dominican Republic from another dig site underway by Professor Charlie Beaker and our Vice President of Exhibit Development and Family Learning, Jennifer Robinson. Let's go to the tape.
Hello, I'm here in the Dominican Republic. I'm Jennifer Robinson, the Vice President of Experience Development at the Children's Museum, and we're working on a very exciting exhibit called National Geographic Treasures of the Earth. I'm here at the Conservation Lab looking at amazing artifacts that have been found underwater so that we can bring some of these great tools back to the Children's Museum and make a very cool exhibit. I'm here with Charlie Beaker, who is the man on a mission with the IU Underwater Sciences Department. He has some exciting news to tell you.
Well, we're just really happy to be here and have Indiana University and the Children's Museum partnered together to look at these artifacts, to be able to do an outreach to the public in Indiana, but also more importantly, tell the story of the Caribbean as exemplified through these very objects. I mean, for example, we look in the water here at the Conservation Lab, and we have all types of artifacts, this being block and tackle from shipwrecks 17th, 18th century, and to work together to conserve these objects, to be able to show them on exhibit. We're just pleased to be a part of it, and we're excited for all.
Great, and so we're learning a lot, so we'll have a very cool Captain Kidd cannon in a tank of water at the Children's Museum next summer. Don't miss it.
The underwater lab that was, actually it's outdoors, right in the Dominican Republic, that's in Santo Domingo. And some of those artifacts will be coming here to the Children's Museum, and we will be creating our own underwater lab to actually work on conserving these pieces as they're rescued from the sea. That's it for today. Please enjoy the first crate. Next week, same day, same time, next week, crate number 2.